My name's Sarah, and I'm here to talk to you today about living through the COVID-19 crisis and thinking about how we can maybe save money with food. So, as we all know, food has got really expensive, and it's just trying to find little ways that we could maybe help ourselves to save that little bit of extra money. So, with lockdown, it is really difficult to get to supermarkets that we are so used to shopping through. We're suddenly put in a situation where we're only allowed to go a certain distance. So places where we might have gone to maybe to markets or to cheaper supermarkets, that maybe might be off the radar, or we might be then forced to shop in supermarkets we're maybe not used to, that might be a little bit more expensive, and maybe buying different varieties of food that maybe we're not so used to buying. Often when you have children as well, children can be very set in their ways about what they want to eat. And this maybe can be challenging too if you can't provide that food that you know your child is going to eat, and you worry as well that you might be spending money that's going to be completely lost because the child isn't going to end up eating that food. So I really understand this is a problem, and maybe I'll give you a few hints about what you can do about that. Okay, so one key thing is please try not eat buy jars and ready meals. They're expensive and also full a lot of the time of excess sugar, of salt, maybe even fat, and that you really don't need. And by eating all these things, not only is it going to be more detrimental to your health, but also detrimental to your purse as well. So with the time in lockdown, and we all have the time now to actually have the time to cook. Even if we're working from home, we'll be finishing early, we won't have the commute. We'll have that time where we can actually plan a meal and actually make a meal. So let's take this opportunity to actually learn to cook from scratch. And by cooking from scratch, you can actually make meals really quite reasonable. You can cook different things, and actually by having a variety of food, it actually makes it much cheaper for you. So get the children involved. If you are a parent and a family and you do have children, then please get them involved. Children absolutely love to cook. And by getting them involved and actually getting them to do the preparation, actually getting them to try food, getting them to ask them what they'd like to try, look at recipes, the child is getting involved and they're taking it on board. It's such a key lesson for children to learn how to cook properly. But when you come to taste the food, make sure that you taste it too. You are the role model, and if you don't taste the food, then there's no way they're going to taste it either. So top tip, okay, get the children involved and you get on board as well. Okay, so foods that you might not have thought to eat. Maybe you think, actually, no, that's too complicated, I can't possibly eat that, I can't possibly try that. Give it a go. Something like risotto. Oh my God, so dead easy. You just need some rice. It doesn't need to be arborio rice, special rice. It can just be normal plain rice. It works just as well. Make a simple carrot risotto. Golly, it's yummy. And how cheap is that? Just a bag of carrots. You can even have frozen carrots and make it even cheaper. It doesn't have to be, it can be anything. It can be butternut squash, it can be leftover chicken from a roast. It can be so many things that you could throw into risotto that actually makes it really, really nice. If you've got some leftover veggies, you could do hundreds of things with these as well. You can make them into a soup. You could make them into a really nice like tortilla Spanish omelette. You could make them into like a kind of a bubble and squeak with mashed potato. You could maybe mix with lentils, and you can make maybe some lentil patties. The whole idea of what you could do actually with some leftover veggies is amazing, really, all the different things you can make. Learn how to make a bit of pastry. A quiche is a really cheap and easy meal to make. If you cook with chickpeas, then that's brilliant. You can make chickpea curry, you can make falafels, everything like that. Hummus, everything like that, again, is just so easy to make. There are so many kind of different varieties of things you can make. So I really want you to actually have a go at trying to make some different foods. I have got a YouTube channel I'm setting up, so please go and have a look. And if there's anything that you'd like me to go through, that you would like me to cook or offer you some ideas, please get in touch. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to put some ideas forward. So top tips then, please try and learn from cooking from scratch. Give it a go. You never know. You might end up being the best on MasterChef. You might actually learn to love it and really, really enjoy it. So just give it a go. If it goes wrong, it really doesn't matter. You know, it's just like, you're just cooking for you and your family. Just, you know, just have a laugh, have a go, see, play around with some seasonings and flavourings and just see. Nothing's that bad that you can never not eat it. Honest, trust me, my family have been through that. So give it a go. Okay, well, thank you so much for listening, and I really hope to hear from you all soon. Okay, thank you. Bye.